Hello again, kindergarten. Today we're going to be making crayon friends. So we're going to be making two crayons and they're going to be holding hands because they're good friends. So in front of me I have the supplies I need. I have two different colors of paper, a piece of black, a small piece of white, pencil, marker, glue stick, scissors, and I'm going to be using a ruler. So if you have one, great. If you don't, it's not a big deal. Okay, so I'm going to move some of this out of the way. So I need to start with my two pieces of colored paper first to make the crayon design. So a crayon, if you look at a new crayon, let me see if I have one that's kind of new. I'm getting there. Okay, so take a look. This was used a little bit. I'm going to hold it up close. So it's got its point, which is thinner, and then it's got the whole round part, which is the same size all the way down. Okay, so we're going to start at the top, and we're going to do two diagonal lines. And this is going to be the top of our crayon. So we won't have to cut there because it's already straight. And now I'm going to use my ruler because I want to make sure that I come out a little bit on each side, like that. And then I'm going to use my ruler again, and I'm just going to draw from that point we just stopped on down to the bottom of my paper to try to make it straight. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and now I'm going to do the same thing on my other color paper. And I want it to be about the same size, so I'm just looking here to see about where I should put my lines. I think that one's going to be bigger. Let's try over here. And then I need a little line on each side. I'm just grabbing my eraser so you don't get confused. Okay, so there I have the top of my crayon, and the sides are coming out, so I'm going to use my ruler again. Okay, so now we have our two crayon shapes. So now I'm going to cut those both out. And when you're cutting with scissors, your thumb should always be pointing up at the sky. So you can see my other fingers down here. My thumb is at the top, and I'm just pulling my thumb up and down, up and down. All right, there's one. Two. All right, so there's my two crayon buddies. All right, so the next thing I want to do is make stripes. So again, on the crayon that we're using, it looks like there's two black stripes on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to lay my black paper here, and I'm just going to draw a pencil line down to show about how long my strips have to be. And we don't need a lot of paper for this. So I know that's a little hard to see, but I'm going to cut out this rectangle. And then I'm going to make it into 4 stripes. So a good way to do that is fold it in half once, and fold that in half again. And when you unfold it, you'll have these lines that you can cut on. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to come up here. Like this. And down here like this. Okay? I'm going to do my next one, which maybe is not quite as big. So this is a good idea. So my blue crayon is a little bit bigger than my yellow, but that's fine. So I'm going to again draw down, give myself a rectangle, and then I'm going to cut that out. And then I'm going to fold it the way I did the last one. I'm going to fold it in half once, and I'm going to fold it in half again. And then when I open it, I have nice lines I can cut on. Okay, so again, 2 stripes at the top, 2 stripes at the bottom. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue these on. Since I have them where I want them. So you just want to make sure there's just a little space between them. Okay. Whoops. I lost my glue stick there for a second. Okay, so there we have those stripes glued on. Now I'm going to make some eyes for my crayon people. So I'm going to use my glue cap and I am going to trace around it to get a circle. And so each crayon needs 2 eyes. So that is 4 circles. Okay, now I'm going to cut these out. So if you need to pause the video so you can cut yours out, you can do that, because I probably am a faster cutter. Or you can have a grown-up help you with this part. Okay, so I'm going to glue those on. Alright, so now I'm going to use my black marker. And I'm going to put the eyes in the crayons. And then I'm going to give them each a mouth. So they don't have to look exactly the same. So there I have 2 different mouths for my crayons. And then the last thing we have to do is give them arms. So I have my paper, my black paper here. And I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to cut out a rectangle. It's a little bit bigger than the one I used for the stripes. Okay. And what I'm going to do sorry about that, is fold it like I did before. So I'm going to fold it in half once, fold it in half again, and then I'm going to cut on those lines. Okay, now, when we glue the first arm on, I'm going to glue it on the back, but I want to just lay it down to see what it looks like first. So the arms don't have to be very long. So there they're holding hands, and then their other arm can be down like that or up like this. I can get it under there. So they look like they're buds, they're pals, they're friends. Aren't they cute? Alright, so now all we have to do is glue those on. So I'm going to turn this guy over, put a little glue on the back, and the other arm, let's see, I think I had that one up. So I'll glue that one on. Okay, and then this one, I just have to make sure it's going to touch before I glue it. Okay, so then I got the arm in the right position. Glue that one on. And I'm going to glue the other one on, going down. Good. And then all I have to do is put some glue here and stick their hands together. And there we have some crayon friends. So if you want to, you could add legs. You would just do what we did with the arms and then just have their legs down here at the bottom. But that's up to you if you want to add legs or not. All right. So that is it for our crayon friends. And I'm going to see you next week for 2 more art lessons. Have a great week.